me to read the Pirate Cruncher? You want to read the Pirate Cruncher? Do you want to read the Pirate Cruncher? I think you do. It's excellent. Come on and have a look at it. Right, you come up there. Whoa, maybe not. Okay, you come round. Get in the seat. How do you get? Okay, want to come round? Okay. The Pirate Cruncher. Okay, so. My dear fellow pirates, do you want to be rich, to get treasure beyond your wildest dreams, to find nuggets of gold as big as ship beams and diamonds and rubies the size of your eyes? Just follow this map to claim your prize. From a friend. Conditions apply. The Pirate Cruncher by Johnny Duddle. Always unusually quiet in Port Royal, but if you listen carefully on the quayside, down the alleyways and in the candlelit taverns, you could hear the faint sound of a fiddle floating in the wind. Outside the Thirsty Pirate Inn, an old fiddler appeared, and as he fiddled, he sang a song. I was sailing one day, and what did I see? An island of gold in the scurvy sea, with a fiddly-dee, there'll be a treasure for me, fiddly-dee, across the sea. His shanty caught the ear of the dastardly Captain Purplebeard. Putting down his ale and wiping his lips, Purplebeard bailed out the window. Treasure, you say? Can you show us the way? I'm partial to a bit of treasure. Me too. And us, we want some. Personally, I think ours is nothing but trouble. So do I. I like the way it twinkles. To the captain's delight, the fiddler replied, As I sailed the seas, I scribbled the map, so when I got home I could find my way back. You cannot imagine the booty that's there, a huge hull of treasure beyond compare. Har, har, I can imagine a shipload of treasure, roared Captain Purplebeard. Diamonds and rubies and gold beyond measure. Yeah, I can imagine bags and bags. I'd rather like a few yachts. I'd like some new gold teeth. I'd like to move boots without. I want more treasure than I can eat. You eat treasure? Oh, small bits. The fiddler unfurled his map and sang, I'll show you my map if you take me there. There's enough treasure for us all to share. The captain smiled and said, By thunder, that sounds like a sort of plunder. My name ain't Pirate Purplebeard of Penzance. Finish the grogs, lads. We set sail at once. And then they all say together, Hurrah! Right, thanks, Betsy.
And then they say, hurry, and then they say, what's that say? What did that say?
What one?
That one.
That one says, Hooah!
And then they'll say, hurrah, and then I'll go board me hearties.
Yep, that's what they say. The sun was coming up as Captain Purplebeard and his cutthroat crew boarded their ship the Black Hole. Behind them came the old fiddler, still dancing and singing. To find this island, you have to be quick, for the say performance a vanishing trick. And none who have tried to set foot in the sands have ever returned to pirate lands. But the captain just sneered, What nonsense, I say.
I got it!
Oops.
Daddy, I'm thirsty.
Alright, okay. Can I get you a drink after I finish this story? Okay,
I want milk.
I'll get you some. So off they sailed across the sea, and as they tucked into breakfast, the old fiddler began again. There's one small thing I forgot yesterday. There's also a monster, or so he says. He likes sea pirates who come for his treasure, and he chews up their ships just for good measure. You scurvy sea dog, bellowed the captain, be it made up or monstrous, there ain't no match for me. I'm Captain Purplebeard, scourge of the sea. And the fiddler said, Oh yes, I quite agree, he doesn't scare me. Though no bones about it, he's a big old beast. He likes nothing more than a pirate's feast. He can swallow whole ships with his whirlpool jaws, though they say he's allergic to scallop and cod. There are rubies and diamonds in the size of balloons, golden guineas and golden doubloons. But grab it all quick, or heavier than trails. Now fiddly-dee, let's spread those sails.
Why do one have a number on them.
That's a question mark, baby.
A question mark.
Mm-hmm.
And why do one have a question mark?
Oh, because he's confused. Okay, back to the story. But no one moved in the deck below. The crew looked around in fear and dread, and visions and monsters filled their heads.
He's dreaming about a snake monster.
That's right, it's a snake monster, and there's a fish monster, and a crab monster.
No, that's not a fish monster. That's just a monster.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's just a monster. And that's just a monster. And that's just a monster.
Okay, thanks.
Snake monster, crab monster, just monster, just a monster.
Alright, cool. And this guy over here, he says, actually, I've never been that fond of treasure. Yeah, I'm not sure I can stay. I forgot it was the Paris Point picnic today. Let's give the ship a clean instead. If we don't go home, we'll end up dead. Go home, roared Captain Purplebeard. I'll kill all you cowardly landlubbers. The only thing that you need to be frightened of is me. So with visions of monsters in every head, the motley old crew trudged off to bed. Most had nightmares and terrible dreams, and the hall was full of pirate screams.
Why was
Up in the poop deck, the captain was happy, for his head was full of dreams about treasure. Gold or silver, I don't care which, just as long as it makes me filthy rich. Yep, we're just finishing it.
No, John, you need to get back to that.
Next morning, the crew were worried. They couldn't be sure, but the day before, they seemed to have numbered more. And the fiddler told them, if you're too scared to come back to port, you're happy and healthy, but for scurvy and warts, it's safer by far to return to shore. And as for treasure, do you really need more? Shiver me timbers, laughed Captain Purplebeard. You should know by now that no pirate can ever have enough treasure. Be it beast or better beware, I can smell that gold. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Just then, from up in the crow's nest, there came a call. Land ahoy! Hurrah! Yelled the pirates, forgetting the fear now the promised treasure was so very near.
What are they doing?
They're going to the island. We're going to be rich, rich, rich! As they climbed ashore, no one saw a thing wrong. Oh, you're giving the story away, you. As they climbed ashore, no one saw a thing wrong, too busy to heed the fiddler's last song. Right. Talking of heeds. Right, move your head, Heather. There we go. Right. Off you go, boys, but I think I'll stay here. I doubt what you find will bring you good cheer, for a pile of old metal that you don't really need has brought in a dangerous case of greed. Being greedy, you know, is wrong, which gives me a last to the end of my song.
What are they saying?
He's saying, it's all ours now.
What?
He's saying, all of it. And he's saying, more treasure for me. Captain? Oh, because it's not an island, it's a big monster's head, it's a pirate cruncher's head, and what happens next, Heather? Crunch! Crunch. 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 I was swimming one day, and what did I see? A pirate boat in the scurvy sea with a fiddly-dee, there'll be a dinner for me. Fiddly-dee, across the... Burp. The end.